Across the globe we're shining bright, telling stories that feel so right. From every culture, every place, we're building love, we're sharing grace. Oh, we see the beauty in every soul. Together we're stronger, making us whole. Legacy lives in all that we do. Mogul TV, it starts with you. Mogul TV, we're changing the game. One voice, one heart, one name. Streaming hope, shining through. A better world for me and you. Mogul TV, where we belong. Our stories live, our hearts stay strong. Mogul TV, we're changing the game. One voice, one heart, one name. 52 countries, love on display. Breaking boundaries every day. Feel the rhythm.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Hello and welcome to Meet the Moguls. I'm taking the place of Tamika Chapman tonight. I am Alicia Siv, CEO and founder of the Soul Experience channel, and I'm so excited to be here on tonight with the number one, Mitchell Rivers. How are you doing tonight, Mitchell?
I'm doing fantastic. I really am. I'm so glad y'all invited me to this show, and I'm glad to have you as my host.
Absolutely. Look, I've been waiting on this moment to get you along to myself to have the best conversation ever. So, y'all that are tuning in out there, first of all, share, share, share. Share with your friends, share with your family, your mama and your daddy, your sister and your brothers. Share with everybody because we want everyone to tune in to meet Mitchell, who's going to tell us more about his show. But let me just say, the man is doing things, okay? The man is doing things. So, Mitch, what's the name of your show?
Okay, the name of our show is the Career Education Learning Center Podcast. And our motto is where we make your career dreams a reality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, y'all, I've experienced some of Mitch's episodes, right? And let me just say this. Congratulations to you, Mitch. You're in your second season, right?
I think I'm in my third season. I think third.
Okay. Okay. Let me put some respect on your
Yes,
name.
I think it's fourth season. My fault. I think I'm a veteran. I'm gonna say fourth season.
Okay,
Yeah.
fourth
So
season.
I become a veteran. Y'all allowed me to build on your platform for 4 seasons. So
Wow.
if y'all change your mind, I'm gonna stay on there as long as I can.
Look, ain't no getting rid of you, huh?
I love it, man. I love Mogul
Yes.
TV. I love y'all to death.
We love you too, Mitch. So what's been your favorite experience here at Mogul TV Global?
My favorite experience is just meeting the other podcasters, and and with Tamika guiding me. I mean, the other podcasters are incredible, and y'all run a very professional, first-rate platform. And so I really appreciate y'all, especially in the beginning when I was very lost, being patient with me as I'm coming along. And so I had a great experience. It's a family atmosphere.
Absolutely.
I love being here, and hopefully y'all continue to have me on your platform.
Absolutely. You stuck like glue. You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. So let's dive into who Mitch is outside of your podcast. Because we're human before we have any other title, right?
Yes.
And we have emotions, we have lives. Some of us are married, we have kids. So who is Mitchell Rivers?
Mitchell Rivers is very complicated for Mitchell Rivers to say something about. That's a loaded question for some people. But I mean, Mitchell, who is that guy? I don't know who he is at times. I'm one way one day, another way another day. But really, I'm just a very person who cares about the community and cares about the people. Alicia, I was very blessed in my young career as far as going to school and everything else. My father died when I was young, left with 4 kids. My mom raised by a single mother, and I've done a fantastic job. And she was able to find ways and friends around our neighborhood to help raise me. You know, they say, you know, it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
You know, they definitely raised me. They really did. As I told you earlier, I was born and raised in Statesville, North Carolina. I'm so happy I was there. Small town. Everybody knew everybody. And really the community just wrapped their arms around us once my father died and really helped my mom a lot, as well as my brothers and myself. And so, yeah, that was just an awesome experience. As far as going to school and my graduate high school, I was fortunate to get a scholarship via a career counselor that I went to. There was a family friend that told me to get a scholarship at the local community college there in Statesville. It happened to be named Metro Community College.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I used to get the joke all the time. They said, Metro goes to Metro. Metro goes to Metro. You know, I used to get it all the time. So after that first year there, I transferred down here to Charlotte to Central Piedmont Community College. And that was a fantastic experience. I was on my own, had my own apartment, working and going to school. And when I graduated from there for a 2-year degree in liberal arts, I went ahead and transferred to UNC Pembroke, North Carolina, near Fayetteville area. There, I learned a lot. It was mainly a tri-racial school, and I learned a lot with Native Americans there, black and white, the main cultures that was there. And so I got to learn a lot about the Lumbee culture and everything, which I'm very appreciative of. I love the area. I go back every homecoming, Lisa. So
I love it.
I love every homecoming. I even go to some basketball games. I love it to death. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Absolutely.
And then after that, I graduated, and I forgot to say that I also was in Army Reserve during that time. So to help me through my school, I was in Army Reserve, and I ended up in Desert Shield, Desert Storm in 1991.
Wow.
Yeah, and I only went there for the college money. I didn't go there to go to war. I went there for the college money. You know, back in the 80 films, at least they have, you know, I'm here for the college education. That was me. I didn't expect to go to war. I didn't expect to go to war. I was there for college education. And so I went ahead and I served my country. I was very blessed that I was in Desert Storm, because that war, unfortunately, because of Vietnam and what happened in Vietnam, they made sure Desert Storm was not going to be Vietnam. And the amount of support that we had for the American public was just outstanding, and coming back and everything. I mean, so much support and love. It really was an experience that I had, and I enjoyed serving my country.
Wow.
After I came home, I served my time in the reserves, and then I went to work. I couldn't really find work then because unfortunately it was in the recession. And I went to work at a British supply company for a while, and then I got contracted at IBM.
Okay.
So I got contracted at IBM for about a year and a half or 2 years. I wanted to get in management because my degree was in business management. And so, yeah, so I want to use that. So the only people that was hiring, the only industry was hiring that you get a job, unfortunately, was retail. And so I had to go to retail management. I was in retail management for about 7 years. And then I finally got into banking and finance. So I got it about 1998. Now I'm telling my age. I got in banking and finance and did that for about 10 years. And then I got laid off there, and then went to a TAA Craft, which is a retirement planning company. And was there for a couple of years. And then I just, while I was there, because I know you're going to come out to why did I start my podcast, I'll go ahead and say that already.
Absolutely.
So during that time, I knew you was going there. Me being the host, I know where you're going. During that time, I worked with Junior Achievement, and for about 6-7 years. And so when I worked with Junior Achievement, I would go to different schools and teach economics and business and some government to different schools, mainly high schools and elementary school. And I would ask the high school students, what are your plans after graduation? A lot of them didn't know what they wanted to do. A lot of them just say they didn't have no money to go to school. And so then I decided why don't I start a nonprofit helping these young people? I was helping, I stated earlier, so why don't I give back to the community?
That's good.
So I did that for about 6 or 7 years until my mom got sick in about 2013. I went down to different recreation centers, YMCAs, schools, and other areas, and just do seminars and stuff like that. And I had an online presence there. Which is amazing to me when I think about 2026 and you go back to 2013 and 14, that we even had online presence where things are so advanced today. And so I did, but my mom got sick, so I wasn't able to do that and work and take care of my youngins, my 2 kids that were young then. So I had to give it up at that time. But coming back to it, 2020, we had COVID. I said, man, what can I do? Because everything's online.
Right.
And so 2 years later, I decided, well, why don't I do the same thing that I was doing back in the day, but doing online? Why don't I help young people out and see if I can bring positivity into the atmosphere there, or what we call the social media sphere. And so that's when I decided to have a podcast.
That's good. Look, Mitch, so I be like a sponge when I'm talking to people, right? I just be soaking it up. One part you said that you had to start in retail because that was what was available. Yes. But what I gathered from that is that as long as you start somewhere, you can eventually get to the top, which is what you did. So kudos for you for not giving up when there was not enough jobs to actually do exactly what you wanted to do starting out, so kudos to you. Look, our tuna inners, everybody who's watching, if you would like to ask questions, now's the time, because Mitch is an open book. I'm throwing you out there. He's an open book. So ask away. And so Mitch, let's talk more about, you told us how you started your podcast and who you serve. What are you looking to, what type of experience are you looking to provide to viewers in this new season?
Yeah, my main reason for starting podcasts is that I want a platform for college students, and giving a platform for college students will also be a platform for high school students, to where they're not that far apart and they can relate to them. And so I wanted the podcast to have college students on there to talk about their college experience thus far. And I also have professionals on there that would tell college students who graduated how they got there. That it's not a smooth path getting to your career. So the professor was talking about how they journeyed to their current career. And so they would know the ups and downs and the in and outs and things not always going your way. They'll know about changing different careers and different requirements. I had to do different requirements. I became a financial representative after banking and finance. About 2015, I got a financial services. So that required me to take get a life insurance license. I got a healthcare license. I have a security license. Those I didn't think you would need, but you do need those in order to be in the industry. Absolutely. And so those are things I said, I didn't know that, but maybe young people will. If I would have known, we always say this, right? If I wouldn't know what I know now, if I go back, I've been holding ahead of time. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell young people today. Hopefully they see from the professionals, where they want to be in finance, where they want to be a counselor, where they want to get their PhD, whatever profession, real estate, whatever profession they want to be. And I also want to encourage kids who don't want to go to school as far as a traditional 4-year degree to get a 2-year degree, to get that certification. Yeah, absolutely. Me having that experience going to community college, knowing that these days having a trade is just as valuable as having a 4-year degree.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so those kids have a great advantage these days to where if they can go to a community college or a specialized school or for-profit school, right, for-profit, then they can also not create much debt, and we know about debt, right? That's student loans,
right?
That's student loan debt, and be able to turn what they deem as people would deem as, oh, you got a job being a plumber or a
Mhm.
beautician or a welder or any type of job like that, HVAC or whatever, to turn that job into entrepreneurship. So I try to do
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship at the same time because I think the generation today is going to entrepreneurship more than I did when I was growing up.
Yeah. And look, I'm so glad that you are even taking that approach because a lot of our young people, they don't know exactly what they want to do. But and it's kind of because of the fact that they really haven't seen it. So the
Mhm,
fact that you are putting it out here, you are explaining how to do this, this, and that, the benefits of it. Because I think a lot of our young folks, they are looking at the benefits.
mhm,
Well, what is it going to do for me? How
mhm,
can I use it? And that's what you are doing. So I appreciate you for that. Tamika says certifications work too, and they do.
mhm,
It's good to have certifications, and if you don't have that degree or that the community college degree or the 4-year degree, certifications work too. And if you do have that degree on top of the certification, that benefits you as well. So Mitch, let's talk about y'all. I'm telling y'all, he's an open book, and the man
mhm.
is educated. Mitch, are you married?
Yes, I'm married with two
Okay,
grown kids.
okay, because I was about to say,
I say grown men, but the wife referred to them as kids. I say they may be always be your kids, but they grown men and need to fend for themselves. Get out my pocketbook.
well, I will not offend the wife, but I was about to say I'm a matchmaker. Women love educated men, okay?
Lisa, I want to go back to certifications.
Yeah,
But to get some certifications.
let's talk about
Certifications are
certification.
very important these days
Hmm.
because you can have a degree, but you got to be certified a lot of times, right? If you want to be a real estate agent, you got to be
Hmm.
certified. You got to be
Yeah.
licensed, right? If you want to be
Hmm.
a pharmacist, you got to be licensed. You want to be a nurse, you got to be licensed. X-ray team, you got to be licensed.
Yeah.
Even automotive, you got to be licensed. HVAC,
Hmm.
you got to be licensed. There's a whole lot of professions in which you got to be certified, right? Even to get your
Absolutely.
barber license, your cosmetologist license,
Hmm.
so a random truck driver license, right? You gotta have your CDL. And so
Right.
certifications is
Certifications.
just as important as getting a degree.
Hmm.
And so that's another avenue for kids who say, well, I don't want to go to college, or I
Yeah.
don't even want to go to community college. Then get certified in something and use that certification.
Absolutely. That's good. You better preach. You better preach. I mean, because and I this really tugs on my heart because we have young men who are growing up and they don't have the figures in their lives, and I know it because I see it. They don't have
Mhm,
these the men figure in their lives where you know um they are pushing them to be the best.
mhm.
But so yeah, I just love everything about your podcast. I love what you're doing. Um, Tuna enters. Tamika says, "Thank you for sharing your journey, Mitchell." Yeah, thanks for sharing your journey. Like I said, anybody out there who has questions for Mitch, feel free to ask now. This is Mogul TV Global Network. We distribute across 25 plus streaming partners around the world. We're global, international, however you want to say it. It's us, award winning streaming TV network. So, those of you who are looking to get started, if you will, reach out. You can go to www.themogulchannel.com and apply there, or send an email, DM to Mika, say, hey, how can I get started? Um, and she'll respond. But back to you, Mitchell. Mitchell. You know, uh, I love the fact that you're human because, outside of what you do, you can still laugh and be human. And one of the things that I can compare being human to is having purpose. I love talking about purpose, right? So let's get into let's get into purpose. Like other than your upbringing, your mom being a single parent, what purposed you to really dive into, you probably answered this already, but what
Mhm.
purpose you to really dive into um, just helping young men,
Mhm.
and I mean, is it just young men or is it young ladies included?
Yeah, it's both included. I do tend to go toward young men more, only because
Mm-hmm.
there are a lack of programs and direction for young men. Our
Uh-huh.
young men need to be guided. A lot of them are growing up in single parent homes, as I did, where it's not their fault. And you have to explain to them it's not their fault, whether it's through divorce or death or
Mm-hmm.
whatever may happen.
Yeah.
And let them know they have direction there. As I stated before, I was raised by men around the community.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not even a person that's going to preach to you every day or say things to you every day. It could
Yeah.
be my next door neighbor who worked at a distribution company for like 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
But just seeing him every day, the way he treated his wife, the way he loved his family, just made an impression on me.
Yeah.
And then I was blessed in more people being in my life. My like I said before, he was a career counselor, Mr. William Shuford, who stressed through our whole community. And if you mention that name in Statesville, everybody know Mr. William Shuford. He really
Mm-hmm.
stressed education, 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 and trying to find the right fit for you. What
Yeah.
can you do? And like I said, he also he pushed also certifications, licenses, whatever you can to educate yourself, so that way you can make a comfortable living and give back
Mm-hmm.
to the community. I believe it's always about giving back to the community. I was giving back to, and so I just want to pass that on to the next generation. That could be
Absolutely.
with my upbringing. That could be with my faith. That could be me being a born again Christian, trying to do the best I can to live this life that we live. And right now it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty hard out there for everybody. I know it is. The economy going which way, the political waves going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We went through COVID in 2020, which took
Yeah.
everybody by surprise, right? You didn't even see
Ab-
that in science fiction films, COVID. I
Right.
mean, I said, as much science fiction I watch, I never seen nothing like COVID ever portrayed on television. And so it
No.
was a weird time. We all had to adjust to it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
we did a pretty good job, but it was hard going through that. And
Yeah.
so, I really try to get back. I try to join men's services to help men out. I just had a guy on my podcast that was talking about as far as health is concerned with men health, right? He included
Mm-hmm.
that into, he's a physician assistant to where he does with public health. And
Okay.
he was stressing that, and other things too, but really stressing prevention, right? Why we
Yeah.
have to wait till we get sick? Why don't we
Right.
take
That's
care of our
good.
bodies, right? What we
Mm-hmm.
eat, we exercise,
Yeah.
things that we do now. Take your medicine. If you have high blood pressure, if you are diabetic, take
Mm-hmm.
your medicine prescribed, exercise, eat correctly. It's okay to eat bad every once in a while, but start eating correctly as soon as
Yeah.
possible. Now, we
Uh-huh.
all ate bad when we was growing up. I'll be honest with you. And I still love pizzas, hamburgers, french fries, steaks, ribs, you name it.
Uh-huh.
I might start singing Shirley Caesar song, right?
Come on, sing it. Go ahead. I
But
love it.
I'm not gonna make myself hungry. So right now I'm on a mini diet. So I'm trying to lose some weight. I
I
don't need no
love it.
collard greens, no mashed potatoes and gravy, no macaroni and cheese,
Yeah.
no,
Yams.
no yams. Oh my goodness, yams, no turkey, no steak, no
Love
neck
it.
bones, no chitlins, no pig feet. I'm really going country on you now, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Don't forget them pigtails.
Pigtails too, girl. Yeah, he said it. Of course, we're going to fry some chicken, fried chicken, baked
Yeah.
chicken. I told somebody that if black people had a flag, ever have a frying pan or the chicken on it. There ain't nothing that black people can't do with chicken.
You
Chicken
right.
spinning in gravy, fried
You
chicken,
are.
chicken wings, chicken breast, chicken thighs. We're baked chicken, we're grilled chicken, we're
Yeah.
air fried chicken. We do everything for chicken. It ain't got a chance in the black neighborhood.
No, not a chance.
I have rarely seen a chicken in a black neighborhood last long.
And you won't. You will not. Mitch, okay, so I got somebody in my inbox just urging me to get back on topic. So let's talk about because I know you're full of resources, right?
Mhm.
Are there particular scholarships that parents should be looking for? With kids getting ready to go back to college, are there
Mhm.
particular scholarships,
Mhm.
or do you have a specific place that they can look?
Well, I do have a portal on my website. To when they go to careereducationlearningcenter.com, there's a
Mm-hmm.
portal there. But what I try to do back then, even now, is the best thing is I didn't do either, but to seek first counseling with your counselor that you have at your high school, right?
Okay.
First, do that, and because that's rarely where people go first. They should go there first, and then the most important is once you know what school you want to go to, then form a relationship with that financial aid advisor.
Mm,
Tell them your story, okay?
yeah.
And so, like when my son first went to school, and I just got laid off, and we went to
Mm-hmm.
the financial aid department, and I told her, that I just got laid off and this and that. What scholarships, endowments, fellowships do they have, that he may qualify for? And she said, well, we just came out to where parents, students whose parents have been laid off can apply for this scholarship or endowment by the school, and we applied for it, and he got it with $3,000. And they paid for the whole
Mm-hmm.
school, but it helped pay for a lot of the school,
Wow.
right? Two
Yeah.
thousand, 3,000, 1,000. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Any amount of
Yeah.
scholarship that you get, it adds up. I try to encourage your parents'
It
workplace,
does.
right? There's another way to try scholarship. Your churches offer scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rare scholarship,
Okay.
and so I used to have a webinar or seminar online talking about the scholarship hunting is a full part-time job. And what I mean that
Mm.
you have to really put some time into it, and you need to make a spreadsheet and know the open dates and the due dates, and then the
Yeah,
requirements on there.
that's
Because you
good.
want to make sure that you meet those dates and get them done early enough. And
Mm-hmm.
so talk to the school, get in a personal relationship, tell one, especially one financial aid person that you're talking to, tell them your story, and then they have more of a conscience when things come across their desk. They say, "Oh yeah, oh I remember Mr. Rivers telling me that. Okay,
Right.
his son does this and that. Let me run this by him."
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't know your name, know who you are, especially in a big school, right? Then
Yeah.
there's nothing that comes across the desk, and you may qualify, or may not qualify, but you can at least try it.
Right.
And so
Right.
that's something that you can try.
It
And you
didn't
mentioned this,
happen.
it's so funny when you said that because I'm talking to a lady who I met who does that for a living,
Mm-hmm.
that helps students find scholarships.
Oh
And that's the
wow.
thing you're talking about coming season. I am trying to get her on my show this coming season, talk about scholarships and
Okay.
grants and where to look. And so
Yeah.
I'm trying to include, I've had some academic advisors on there and stuff, but I want to
Mm-hmm.
include more guests to where they offer scholarships or talk about scholarships. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get more areas to where, especially we talked about as far as certifications. So if I get HVAC companies or electrical companies, because some of them
Mm-hmm.
offer where if you come to their company, they would train you, make sure you pass the test and become certified, and now you
Yeah.
can work for them.
That's good. That's
See, so
good.
now you can work for them. See, there's alternatives. You just don't know about them. Information
Right.
is key, right? And so if
Mm-hmm.
your son or daughter say, I can't go to community college because I even can't afford that, I can't go to four-year school, I don't have no scholarship, then call around your local HVACs. Like here, we
Mm-hmm.
got Morris Jenkins, Travis Crawford, and a lot of other ones that are pretty big companies that may offer training programs within that. The same thing for be a
Mm.
nurse, right? A lot of hospitals run their own nursing classes,
Oh
and
wow.
basically they prepare you to take that nurse's exam so that way you'll be able to pass that and become a nurse at their company, because I know you heard there's always been a lot of shortage of nurses, right? And so that's the
Mm-hmm.
way that they can combat that shortage is by having students come right from high school there. And these days, from what I hear, Alicia, is that now they can build enough credits these days in high school to where they can almost start as a sophomore in college. And that is
Absolutely.
incredible. And
It
so they should
is.
also pursue that. Also, if you're in high school, pursue those advanced classes.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. Y'all, this is good talking. Tune in to Mitch's show, Career Education Learning Center podcast. He streams on the Mogul TV Global Network, and watch some episodes, gain some knowledge. Like I said, Mitch, I'm a sponge. I'm soaking it up. Um, somebody asks me something and I don't know, and especially about scholarships, visit this website, www.careereducationlearningcenter.com.
Mhm.
Go there and you so a little disclaimer. I done snooped your website. It's lots of resources on there, y'all. So
Well, we're
go.
hoping to get more, Lisa. We're hoping to get more. As I
Yeah.
said before, I'm gonna have more academic advisors, more scholarship people on there to give even
Mhm.
more assistance to our students.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna have even more special guests on there, more of a variety of guests and a variety of professions. So I want to cover the gamut. And because you asked earlier what we plan to do this year, so I really
Mhm.
plan to have more people that's certified to who didn't go to college or whatever on there. Say, hey, you can do this. I want to
Yeah.
have more scholarship people on there, advisors. I want to have more
Mhm.
financial aid people on there, and hopefully, sometime in the future, maybe we have a webinar to where we can have a panel there to talk to the students that want to join us.
Absolutely. So, Mitch, time just goes by so fast when you are having fun, right?
Yes.
This 30 minutes done flew by. I have one other question before we get out of here, though, because I've ran into people who are interested in starting a podcast or having a
Mhm.
show,
Mhm.
and I know what I tell them, but suppose there's a man sitting and he wants to understand more about starting a podcast, or just he needs a little bit encouragement to start his podcast. What would you tell him?
I would have them start, start once, start. Don't hesitate. Reach out to someone like I did. If
Mhm.
you're on LinkedIn or any social media and you see some podcasts or you see podcasters, especially ones that I would say they're not big time or entertainment, ask them. That's how I started, Alicia.
Mhm.
I was watching podcasts and I linked in a message to the guy, Dr. Joseph Williams III. I linked
Mhm.
in to him and I asked him about his podcast. And he helped me out, and we go from there. But yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, I looked at a bunch of different podcasts. Try to
Mhm.
find a podcast that interests you. Right? There's a
Yeah.
whole array of podcasts, as you know. From
Mhm.
entertainment to sports, whatever. Find one that you like, and then try to pursue a person that's doing that type of podcast you like, and email them or message them. And
Yeah.
that's a great way to get started. Or you can always go to YouTube University, as they say.
Absolutely.
Or Chat GPT, Chat GPT, and then
Yes.
if you want to start then. But I guess the main thing is to start. And as they say, you may be bad before you're good, good before you're great, and great before you're an expert, but start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. That is good. That's just start. Like Nike, just do it.
Yeah,
You
just do
know,
it.
because there's no use in wanting to do it and you got it in the back of your head and it's just killing you to get it out, but you ain't doing nothing with it. Like, just do it.
Yep.
Um, Tamika says, visit www.themogulchannel.com to learn how you can start your podcast today. Absolutely. I mean, we ain't going to discredit what Mitch just said, but
Mhm.
y'all can go to the website,
Mhm.
themogulchannel.com, and figure out to find out more ways how to start your podcast today, too. So,
Yes,
look,
definitely do that. I mean, that's another way of starting your podcast. You can go right there, right? And they're they're going to help you, right? Because they want to encourage people to have
absolutely.
podcasts because they want to put out positive information and images out on the
Absolutely.
platforms there. So
Yes.
yes.
That's what we do. That is what we do. So, Mitch, we gonna get on out of here. We gonna dance on up out of here because our time is up. We thank the good people who have tuned in tonight. I have enjoyed this conversation. I'm looking to have more conversations with you. Okay, I
Oh, great,
have
great.
enjoyed this though. Everyone, thanks for tuning in tonight. We hope you all have a great night. This has been Mogul TV Global Network with Meet the Moguls with Mr. Mitchell Rivers. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna put his website back up here one last time so that you all can go and visit him for those resources that he has, and just check him out. Yeah,
And
do
also, one
it.
more thing, they can also reach me on LinkedIn too. So if you're on LinkedIn or Facebook or any other social medias, Instagram,
Mhm.
I'm on all those too. So you can message me in any one of those too if you have any, you need any more assistance. I'll be glad to help you.
Absolutely, that's good. That's good. Look, it's something about you when you willing, and sometimes I ain't gonna preach, but sometimes people don't just tap in when you willing They want to wait till you get tired of dealing with people before they start to asking questions. But y'all, now's the time. Tap in. Y'all know me. Tap in before I tap out.
Love it. I love it.
But all right, y'all. Good night. Thanks again. Mitch, this has been lovely. I appreciate you for coming on, and hopefully we made Tamika proud tonight.
I hope so. I really enjoyed it. You done a fantastic job, girl. I mean, a fantastic job. You made it so easy for me. I may do more podcast interviews now.
Hey, why not? Good night, y'all.
Across the globe we're shining bright, telling stories that feel so right. From every culture, every place, we're building love, we're sharing grace. Oh, we see the beauty in every soul. Together we're stronger, making us whole. Legacy lives in all that we do. Mogul TV, it starts with you. Mogul TV, we're changing the game. One voice, one heart, one name. Streaming hope, shining through. A better world for me and you. Mogul TV, where we belong. Our stories live, our hearts stay strong. Mogul TV, we're changing the game. One voice, one heart, one name. 52 countries, love on display. Breaking boundaries.